grow as a nation, we must be able to mold and refine the abilities of our youths so that they can lead us to success. And we must be able to cope with the ever changing circumstances as we continue our education through the pandemic. As the coronavirus continued to wreak havoc on our country's streets, instilling terror in the hearts of all residents, the Department of Education has devised a novel solution to the new normal of learning. These are the kind of remote learning programs meant to help people survive the pandemic. Many people are questioning the Department of Education's decision, claiming that continuing through a broken educational system would be impossible, and that it would only add to the burden of having to live through the pandemic by forcing parents to teach their children, even though they are unprepared to do so. Students are also suffering as a result of this scenario, since they are not only left to fend for themselves, but they also have to balance a truckload of academic and home chores. Some even went as far as to label the system as anti-poor, implying that education is a luxury rather than a free resource. All of these are compelling arguments for why we should postpone our schooling for the time being, and instead wait till we have stable foundation on which to stand. However, upon careful scrutiny, we can and should notice that over 900,000 DepEd workers are now working, and that a halt in our country's educational progress might result in the unemployment of these individuals, putting thousands upon thousands more families in danger during the pandemic. Furthermore, the amount of irresponsibility in our pupils' academic performance would skyrocket, as one cannot practice skills without stimulus. We must also consider that a short halt in our educational system might result in an even more underdeveloped Philippines due to the lack of graduates. The choice to keep the education system going at this time of crisis is a difficult one, but it was made, and now the Department of Education states that over 26 million students from kindergarten to college are enrolled nationwide. Because many households cannot afford to utilize digital gadgets as a method of learning, on top of the obligations they have to fulfill for their respective families. The majority of these enrollees selected the option of distance learning in modular form. Most children in modular learning are left to study and grasp their lectures on their own, either by answering questions independently or with the assistance of a family member. The majority of modular learners' access to material is not as freely gushing as it is for online virtual learners. Parents struggle to educate their children, and students become confused in their own lessons, making you doubt the efficiency of distance learning implementation. Many pupils have already expressed their dissatisfaction with the new school year's requirements, which they have dubbed requirement submission rather than education. However, students in the modular sector aren't the only ones that have issues with their educational experience. Online learners face comparable issues such as excessively tight deadlines, unreliable internet connections, and so on. It's crucial to remember that, no matter how diligent the students appear to be, they are still normal human beings with duties to themselves and their families, balancing home responsibilities, personal well-being, and domestic tasks is a very full plate. Many individuals see the bright side of this scenario as having more time to spend with their families, but that doesn't really fix the source of your difficulties, does it? In this time of crisis, I suppose what a student truly needs is a perfect balance of all the time and energy they have, but that is easier said than done. At the end of the day, all of the issues that comes with the new education system are the result of citizens who are unprepared to take on the new obligations that comes with the new normal. As the coronavirus pandemic continues to wreak havoc on people's lives, all of us, including those in the Department of Education, should collaborate in order to find a settlement or a solution that we can all agree on. For what is still available, there's nothing left to do but cope and adapt.